Firstly, I, again, apologize for leaving for such a long time. The day after I released the leaf analysis, I ended up getting a lip infection, so that slowed me down for a little bit. Though it's fine, I'm past it. Just a bit annoying, but yeah. And secondly, I noticed a very decent chunk of growth on some of my older and newer videos, which is pretty cool. Like the leaf analysis video, I'm glad that did well. I put a decent amount of time into that, more than a lot of my other videos. So, I'm pretty happy to see that do well. And, for a 2 subscriber channel I think I was at like a week ago, it was actually a fairly large amount of growth. Like it had 40, 50 views, which was that's a lot for where I'm at right now. So just thanks. Thank you. Now I'm gonna stop extending the video length by talking. Let's get into it. Oh, Lazuli, where do I even begin? Lazuli, the resident glaceon at the Eeveelution Squad household, is often described as being, as much as I don't like using the word tsundere, how do you say that actually? Tsundere? I think you get my point. But I don't like using the word very much, but it's a good word for her. She's kind of rude, but, once you get past that, she's nice, I think. Her relationships are wacky, to say the least, and we're gonna go over them. Oh, Lazuli and Speed. Lazuli didn't like Speed very much in Chapter 1, after she and Speed had a collision. But this is more than meets the eye. While at first she appears to have a disdain for Speed, we learn pretty quickly that, well, in the beginning of Chapter 3, she actually likes Speed, but worries that he doesn't like her back. But though eventually in Special Chapter 12, she admits to liking Speed, and Speed decides to give her a chance despite what she had done to him in the past. She and Flare, they don't have all too many interactions throughout the entire series. But we do know that they are at least on friendly terms, and they potentially even talk to one another on casual matters. Wowza, dude, I didn't talk about Flare for like an entire 2 minutes of the video there. Nice. Lazuli and Crystal have a unique relationship. Lazuli doesn't like Crystal that much, and likely finds her somewhat annoying. In the beginning, she pulls an, well, air quotes, she pulls a prank with Sylvia where she locks her and Speed in the shed. Though, after chapter 2 or 3, they start to become somewhat friendly and even begin playing pranks on the whole group as friends. How ironic indeed. Lazuli and Sylvia, as much as I don't like to do this, they do share the same relationship as Lazuli and Crystal. I do believe I forgot to mention this in the Crystal analysis, but it's something to notice, if you care, I suppose. Lazuli and Black, they don't interact a lot, if ever, actually. But I will mention that in the Q&A on question 116, she mentions that he's, quote, mysterious, and that's about all we get from the two of them. Please correct me if I'm wrong and I missed some major page that these two interact in. Neither Black or Lazuli is my specialty, so I'm just speaking off knowledge that I have learned in recent times. Lazuli and Pearl, once again, they don't interact all this often throughout our entire tale, but per usual, Pearl's a friendly friendo, so I bet they're on good terms. This isn't a Lazuli page that I'm describing, but I remember finding a page, I believe it was Special Chapter 7 or so. Pearl mentions Lazuli, mentions Lazuli when talking to Speed about him not getting punched in the face again. I don't know the specific page, but I'm sure if you looked around Chapter 7, You could probably find it. I actually like that page a lot. It's pretty funny. Now, Lazuli, as a definite answer, loves her younger sister Leaf. She often makes sure Leaf is okay and even looks after her whenever she leaves for a long time. Kind of like in, I believe it was chapter 3, special chapter 3. Her younger sister also cares back for her and actually even confronts Lazuli about her crush on Speed that we learn about in the beginning of chapter 3. Sunshine has a pretty funny relationship with Lazuli. They don't talk a lot, but Sunshine refers to her as mommy a couple times, and Lazuli goes flustered every time. Uh, and with that, we can conclude that Lazuli more than likely cares for Sunshine, and Sunshine is just alrighty with old Lazuli. And now the sun sets upon cold hard facts, leaving but one variable: my opinions. Man. I'm not gonna make it a secret to anybody. She's not my favorite character. For many reasons. Like, she's really quiet, so that ends up. It kind of fucks over the whole analysis thing. Because I have to repeat the they interact very little thing in Given. Other characters do that too, but I mean, I have other points. Like, the beginning got me. For a while, her entire personality was just, yeah, I beat up Speed. And when we did eventually get away from it, which probably saves a couple points, but I don't know, I've never found this character particularly interesting. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with liking this character, but just me personally, I just prefer other characters. So I'm going to leave Lazuli here with a solid 5 out of 10. She sits on a very thin line between good and I don't like this character. And with that, thank you for your time. Have a good day, evening, or night, wherever you may find yourself in the world. Goodbye.